Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing? Matt Jarbo here, $3 Theater, with another episode of Dueling Sabers, my Star Wars podcast news discussion sort of thing. There's a lot to get to today. I mean, we're coming into the last couple days before the release of Mandalorian season 2, and I don't know about you, but I'm hype. I am beyond hype. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to get in on it. I want it. I want it all over my face, in an appropriate sort of way. Like a back to take sort of way. But anyway, there's a lot going on today. There's a lot that's happened over the span of the of this morning and in the last weekend and whatever. And I wanted to talk about a bit of it because I think it's going to be a lot of fun to see where it goes. So why don't we just quickly dive into the news right off the bat? I want to talk a bit about the Mandalorian release date. Okay, well, we know the release date, the release time. Actually, a couple things. One, we have what is at this point the only official still from that we haven't seen yet that's out in trailers, and that's coming out today. And this is what we see here. We get to see Mando, what looks like he's at Mos Eisley Cantina with another one of Jabba's guards. And I believe this was one of the guys from Return of the Jedi. I don't know the species type. I'm sure people out there in the comment section will tell me. But this is what we know this is what we see. We got Mando there, the jetpack. He's got the Beskar armor. He's looking pretty boss, talking with someone. And I have a feeling this is going to be the Tatooine episode, that this is going to be, they're going to be on Tatooine for what I think is going to be the very first episode of the season. It's that. So what do we know about its length? Well, the length coming in from Disney Plus in I forget which country has more or less said that it's going to be 52 minutes long. So 52 minutes long is going to be the episode length, and that's actually longer than the pilot episode. That's double the length of episode 2. So it's like they're going a bit longer this time around. We're going to get a lot more Mandalorian. We're going to get a lot more breakdown of stuff. So it has a lot of people speculating if the first episode is going to introduce Boba Fett. This is just a fan art image that I found over on Reddit, showing potentially Boba Fett meeting the Mandalorian and the child on Tatooine. And look, I don't know if that's what's going to happen. I don't know if that's how it's going to go down. It just looks cool nonetheless. I just thought it'd be pretty dope to share with you guys, because quite frankly, at this particular point, like, I just want to know how they're going to incorporate Boba Fett, because I don't think, like, I think it's happening, to be fair. I don't know if it's happening, but I think it's happening. So we know on this particular front that when it comes to what the season's going to be, a lot of it's going to be boiling down to, I think, Boba. And as you get a lot of people are going to be interested. We got the rumors that Tamara Morrison is coming back, that he's going to be in there as Boba Fett. That was the rumor. Not that he was going to play Captain Rex, which I thought was like the weirdest thing ever, but that he's going to be Boba Fett. And I do actually hope that they have both of those characters meet. I hope that they do they do something where both of those characters meet and they kind of have that weird clone moment, looking at each other like, wow, you're a slightly younger version of me. Because at this point, he would, Rex is a lot older, because he had that advanced aging over Boba when we met him in Attack of the Clones. So there's some crazy stuff there. I have really no idea. But this is when it comes to the release time of the episode, this is where we have a little bit of confirmation on this one. So someone was able to reach out to Disney Plus's help section and ask them about what time zone and time Mando Season 2 would in fact release. And so the employee says, "Hello there, Dag. Nice to have you here. I understand you are excited for the new season of The Mandalorian." He says, "Yes. What time on October 30th? Because that is a question all of us want to know." And they respond back with Friday, October 30th, 8 a.m. UTC +1. Now, I am not very well versed on that, to be honest. I don't know all about time zones. I did look that up. I did look up UTC +1 in comparison to Pacific Standard Time, which is where I'm at. And they said that it's 7 hours ahead. So that 7 hours ahead would put it at approximately 1 a.m. on Friday is when the episode would drop. Now, I don't know if that +1 is going to then put it to 8 a.m. UTC time, which would then make it, if that would that +1 would then make it I don't know. I don't know if it would make it like, I don't know what it's going to do. I have no idea. I'm hoping midnight. I'm hoping it's not 1 a.m. because I want to watch it. Now, granted, when they dropped the very first episode, they dropped it at 9 p.m. the night before Disney Plus was supposed to launch. They dropped it early. And then after that, it came out at midnight PST. But sometimes it fluctuated a little bit, like the times weren't always perfect. There were times I had friends in Los Angeles who were able to watch it on different devices. On like the Xbox, it was available. On the PC where I would watch it, it wasn't available. On my PlayStation, it wasn't available. On my TV, it wasn't available. Like, drove me up the wall because we were all trying to watch it in order to then do our reviews and then to do a very, very, very late night discussion. So maybe what I'll do is I'll set up a watch party where you guys can watch it on Disney Plus. However, you can watch it on Disney Plus. I'll watch it. We'll do a live stream like this, and then we'll just talk about it once it's over for like 20, 30 minutes and go through the whole episode. And that could be a lot of fun, although I've never really done a watch party before. So if that's something you're interested in, you just got to let me know on that one. But in the meantime, we're learning it's gonna probably be, I would say they're going to say 1 a.m., but they're probably going to drop it early. I wouldn't be surprised if Thursday night at 9 p.m., so midnight on the East Coast, they drop the episode. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Disney's known to do, they'll drop something like that in order to just get like all the hype, everyone talking about it, and boost it up through social media, I think. Not that it needs any help, but we'll have to wait and see how that goes. So in the meantime, the other news going on today actually is pretty cool, because what we've got is a little bit of information about the upcoming Star Wars holiday special. That's the Lego Star Wars holiday special. I'm actually really excited for this. So it says here that Disney Plus's Star Wars holiday special is to have Rey fight Vader and meet a young Kylo, which sounds kind of dumb. I'm not going to lie. It sounds a little bit on the dumb side, but let's find out more. So it says Disney Plus's Lego Star Wars holiday special is planning some timeline busting character mashups, like 3 different era Obi-Wan Kenobis, which I would assume would then be Alex Guinness, Ewan McGregor, and then Obi-Wan from the, probably Obi-Wan from the Clone Wars. If not, it's just going to be younger Padawan Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor, and then older Jedi Master Ewan McGregor. That's probably more what they're going to do. There's going to be 2 Han Solos, one old and cranky and one young and just slightly less cranky. So they're going to give us the Harrison Ford and Alden Ehrenreich situation. Rey meeting pivotal characters from across the Star Wars saga, like young Luke and young Kylo Ren, and then also fighting Darth Vader. And that's this image here. This is the promotional image that was released via Entertainment Weekly, showing what appears to be Tatooine, or it could be Jakku. But if you see, you've got what looks like Rey's speeder is right next to Vader, and then you've got a couple stormtroopers in the back and another alien that I can't quite tell what the alien is. So that's going to be something to keep an eye out for, because that's going to be really interesting when it finally breaks down. So it also goes on to say here that this is coming in from James it says here that the holiday special has something you will never see in a Star Wars otherwise, which is all the characters from across all timelines crashing together. Normally, story groups are so concerned about maintaining this amazing galaxy so that it feels cohesive. It was liberating to do this in a way that's charming and fun. And I don't know how much of that I like. Okay, it's Lego Star Wars holiday special. Okay, it's not canon, but even the Star Wars holiday special from 1978, for as bad as it was still in some way connected to canon, even with Lumpy. It is that, but and we know that Jon Favreau has expressed interest in wanting to do a Star Wars holiday special. We know this. He's talked about this before. So I don't know if he has anything to do with this, but the way that the Lego games handle humor and the way that they handle these characters and they play it up a little bit, I actually like a lot. So I'm not against this. Like, it's going to be entertaining, but at the same time, this is going to be like an Elseworld story and not at all considered canon. It's going to go down in the Star Wars legacy history is what it's going to be. Now, the animated holiday special directly follows the events of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. See, okay, now as I'm talking about, if they're going to ignore canon and just have fun with it, then why is it going to follow the events of the last movie? It's just So it says, and it features the Resistance heroes preparing to celebrate Life Day on Kashyyyk. and Rey journeying to a mysterious Jedi temple where she is hurled across the timeline adventure through beloved moments. Okay, that could be kind of cool. The character combos were partly inspired by the project's producers watching how kids played with Star Wars Lego toys, saying we started realizing that the way they play with them isn't with canonical separation. It's not, let's put all the classic trilogy sets here and the prequel sets here and the new sequel sets here. My son literally just dumps his bucket out. We realized that that was a play pattern that could actually inform the fun of the show. Okay. I get it, dude. I get it. Star Wars is for kids. I read that loud and clear. Okay. I read it loud and clear. But I'm 38. Star Wars is also for me. And look, maybe I'm coming across a bit old curmudgeon-y on that one. I can fully admit that. I'm being a little bit cranky myself on this one. I'm old Han Solo. I get it. But I mean, yeah, it's just a kid's thing. I can't critique it till I see it. I think it's going to be funny. But you know, I think marketing it to children is kind of a bad, like, it sounds so weird to say. It comes across to me as a desperate move. Let me explain. So we know that toy sales are down. We know this. Toy sales are down. They have been for a while. Kids just aren't buying toys anymore. Not as much as they used to be. So that line of merchandise, that line of revenue that not only Disney, but Lucas relied on heavily to become the billionaire that he is, very much needs merchandising. So why not have all of these things play together? Because you're going to want to have kids go, oh, mommy, I want a Rey. I want a Vader. I want a Chewbacca. I want this. You know, I want a Grand Moff Tarkin. Like, you know, I want, like, give me Porkins. Where's a Porkins? God damn it. So all that kind of stuff. I get that. From a marketing merchandise perspective, it makes a lot of sense. But from an adult standpoint, like, you know what, we kind of like to separate our toys out. We talk about it from the OT, original trilogy, prequel trilogy, sequel trilogy. That's how we define it. That's how we discuss it. So you can tell that they're marketing this to kids. But more adults are going to watch this than children. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. All right. So the project also represents a redemptive sequel of sorts to the most infamous Star Wars title of all time, 1978's The Star Wars Holiday Special, which aired once and never again, except it's all over the internet, featuring Star Wars actors intermixed with kitschy variety show talent like Art Carney and Harvey Korman, which I still to this day don't understand. Saga creator George Lucas has famously disowned the special and has done his best to keep it under lock and key, saying, if I had the time and the sledgehammer, I would track down every copy of that show and smash it. At this point, I think Disney Plus should absolutely upload it and run it. I would 100% be outside of that one. Now, it goes on to say here, this is not like a Lego Star Wars remake of the holiday special in any way, but what it does is lean into the conceits that were created in that holiday special. We have the Life Day, which is a fictional thread because of the holiday special. You've seen it referenced in The Mandalorian. We've used it in publishing and fans have embraced it. The last year, fans celebrated Life Day at Galaxy's Edge in the park, so it's really those elements in going to Kashyyyk for family celebrations. With the Wookiees, we're not doing Lego B. Arthur singing in a cantina. Well, you son of a bitch. Don't you disrespect B. Arthur or the Golden Girls, okay? They don't deserve that. They're dead now, with the exception of Betty White, who will live forever. Now he finishes up here by saying, what we really wanted to do was create a piece of entertainment that could be watched every year. In this age of nonstop new content, something that you can actually just go back to over and over every year is rare. What excites me is that I think we achieve that, and the story has heart to it, and it comes out on November 17th on Disney Plus. And that's fine. I get it, man. Like, I'm not gonna, like, I'll criticize it a little bit, but I get the idea behind it. I get the heart behind it. I get the passion behind it. And I'm on board to watch it when it comes out in a month. I'm going to watch it. I'll review it. We'll talk about it. We'll break it down. All that stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. But it is clearly aimed at the younger audiences. And, like, I take a look at the Lego content over on Disney Plus, and you do end up seeing a lot of it over there that kids are going to like. And it is really aimed for them. So in this front, it's going to be pretty funny. I think it's going to work out pretty well for that. And to be fair, like, Disney did do a couple of Toy Story short films, like Toy Story of Terror and Toy Story That Time Forgot, which are both like 21 minutes long. They're made for television. They're formatted for television. And they finally put Toy Story of Terror up on Disney Plus today or this week. And I watched it a couple times with my kids. I already have it. I've already had copies of both of them, and I rewatch them from time to time because I like them. I just think they're both really good stories with really good characters. And I would love to see more things like that. So in this particular situation, yeah, like having that sort of rewatchability is going to be pretty cool. So I'm on board to see what they do with it. I think it's going to be a fair amount of fun when it comes out. But as always, I do want to hear your thoughts. If you're interested in this, definitely let me know. So let's talk here about this new thing Disney's doing here. They've been kind of hyping this as we're coming into The Mandalorian. Of course, that's Mando Mondays, right? Like it's just another Mando Monday, basically is what it is. So it's like, what is the Mando Mondays? Well, it's merchandising, essentially, is what it is. It says here, a bounty of all new products, books, comics, and video game content updates inspired by the Mandalorian awaits. And that's kind of what it is here. So, and they had like their own digital launch event, which we won't watch, but you get an idea here of the new products that are coming out. And like, you know what, it's merchandising, and I get it. They need merch. They really need merch here. You can get the Din Djarin Mandalorian Hasbro Vintage Collection, complete with the Baby Yoda, and what looks to be like the ice cream maker from Empire Strikes Back with that one guy. You can also get a speeder bike Scout Trooper and the Child, the Jason Sudeikis character from season 1, that he received death threats when that thing came out, which is pretty funny. And you can actually start pre-ordering those now as of 1 p.m. so 2 hours ago. You can get the Black Series Din Djarin with the Child, which looks pretty cool. You can also get the Mattel Mandalorian Child with real moves that actually moves. I actually have the Mattel Child that doesn't move, and I love it. It's over there right now. I'm not going to go get it because I'm on camera, but my daughter loves it. I actually need to buy another one for her because she really, really, really likes the Child. And then you've got the Funko Pop Star Wars Cara Dune. You've got the Mithril. And the thing is with the Mithril, I covered this in the breakdown of the special teaser they did last week. He's going to play a big part in an episode. There's going to be a breakout of an Imperial facility, and he's the guy they're breaking out because we see him very briefly in there, and I think that's gonna be pretty fun. But now he's got his own Funko Pop, which means clearly he's coming back. Although, where is Brian Pashern? Okay, where is the taxi driver from the first episode that got killed? And then we got another pop, Star Wars Mandalorian, Mando flying with blaster. God damn it, I don't buy pops, but I want all of the Mandalorian ones. We've got a season 2 poster book that's coming out. You can get a little golden book, Star Wars and Mandalorian, This Is the Way, which is kind of cool. I might have to pick that up for my kid because she said she likes Baby Yoda and stuff. You got the Star Wars, The Old Republic Onslaught, which I think is just an extension for the game. You've got the Moff Gideon Vintage Collection here, although that looks more like Caesar Romano than it does look like Giancarlo Esposito, but hey, whatever. Then you've got the Armorers getting her own toy. That's pretty sweet, not gonna lie. You got this Hasbro Star Wars The Child Animatronic Edition Carrier. Oh my god, this is where you can tell they know what people are going to be buying here, because last year Baby Yoda absolutely blew up social media. I was even driving around the other day and I saw someone with a Baby Yoda decal on their car, and I was like, yeah, that's right. Then you've got Star Wars and Mandalorian Monopoly. And then if you're into makeup, guys, you can check out Mandalorian The Child Shadow Palette. Is the thing. And then what else we got here? We got a couple things. Oh, there's skateboard, there's shoes, there's matching jammies, there's the Baby Yoda socks are kind of cute. You've got an ornament from Hallmark, you've got collector's plates, and then you've got the Child Lokai, whatever the hell that, I have no idea what that is. Is that for that's I don't know what that is right there either. But and this is really what it is. It's just merchandising, it's just merchandising stuff, which is kind of cool. Some stuff here looks pretty interesting. And it's like, oh, you can go and stream now and explore it and all this stuff, right? There's character posters. This is really what it is. 3 days, 11 hours, 49 minutes, and 30 some odd seconds here. So what is it here? It's 3:10 p.m. on Monday. So 3 days from now would be the 29th at approximately what 1 a.m. roughly. That is going to be insane. That's going to be a long wave. So that's what we have in regards to Mando Mondays is just merchandise. You know, I thought it would be like cool behind the scenes stuff or like more info about the stagecraft. I'm kind of disappointed. But this is what we know it's coming out of Star Wars Squadrons. So if you have been playing Star Wars Squadrons, which I need to dive back into because it's been a little bit, you can then get your hands on some new cockpit flair. Say that 5 times fast. And so you've got like Greedo here. You've got one of the IG droids, which I'm sure that's IG-11. And then you've got the Razor Crest, a little decal you can put up there, which is pretty dope. Too bad you can't pilot the Razor Crest in Squadrons. And you get you get a little Baby Yoda thing. You get that's going to be cool, man. Let's see here. How big is this thing? Let's just take a look. Oops, it's adorable. Look at that guy. I mean, it looks kind of creepy, this blown up, but in your cockpit, when you're taking on the enemy, that's going to be pretty cool. So I do need to pick these things up. I don't know if they're going to be charging for them or whatever, but obviously it's going to be something we're seeing. And so then finally today, let's talk about, this is a rumor. This is a rumor, ladies and gentlemen, here. Apparently, according to GamesRadar.com, Star Wars The Force Unleashed 3 is rumored to be in development, but don't get too excited. Obviously, when we look at the source of this, it ends up being something that gets insanely called into question. So this is what the article says. Rumors are suggesting that another game in the Star Wars The Force Unleashed series could be in development. Insider Daniel Richtman, who is known for his Disney-based predictions, told his Patreon backers that a third entry in the series is potentially on the cards, and this is coming in from We Got This Covered. Okay, so, and then I love here, unfortunately, Richtman went into very little detail because that's what, he never goes into detail. Like, Richtman never goes into detail. He doesn't get details. He just posts like one-line things on his Patreon because that's how he makes his money. I've criticized him enough times for this. So it is something to take with a grain of salt 100%. But don't say it to his face. He'll blackmail you. He did it to me. And I'm going to say that every time it comes up because he's a piece of crap. But also, We Got This Covered is, again, another terrible website. So if you see this floating around, the reason I wanted to talk about it is because, quite frankly, we don't know what's going on with this. Now, The Force Unleashed 1 and 2 are fun games. Sam Witwer did a great job as Starkiller in those games. They were a blast. Number 1 better than number 2. Number 2 was, I don't know, it was too short in my opinion. It was kind of rushed in my opinion. But the concept, the groundwork for what would make that game awesome in current generations and now future generations is definitely there. And coming off of the success of the Jedi Fallen Order and everything else, and the single player push for that people really seem to love, this is going to be one of those situations where, quite frankly, obviously coming into it like this is going to be good. This is, or using the technology. So here's what we can kind of take from this one. So EA has got no more updates for Battlefront 2. That's done. Squadrons is $40, but they're not going to do any updates. No new maps. They might do some quality of life balances, but really no new maps. So they're not doing anything with it. And so then you've got whatever they're working on next, which we have no idea what it is. I mean, it could be a Mandalorian game. I wouldn't be surprised given the popularity of the character. I know there's the Old Republic, which is still the MMO, but no one talks about that really anymore. I mean, it's got its dedicated base of people, but it doesn't really do anything. So having this particular property would be something that not only would feed into fans who want solid single player experiences where you get to use the Force in very destructive ways, as Starkiller did, but because of the renewal of Sam Witwer's love in the fandom, you know, coming off the whole Darth Maul stuff, and whatever is going to, you know, clearly bringing him back in on that front is going to be good. And with Days Gone that came out a year and a half ago, people have very much fallen in love with his character Deacon on that game as well. So showing he can do a lot of the mocap work and he can do a lot of the performance work, which is what he did here. So yeah, it would make a lot of sense at this point if they were trying to, again, find a way into the fan base to kind of recapture some of that goodwill or regain some of that goodwill. Giving us a Force Unleashed 3 would definitely be pretty cool. But looking at the source of it, looking at what's going to be coming down the pipe, just looking at all that stuff, We Got This Covered in Daniel Richtman. Again, grain of salt across the board. I don't quite know. I don't quite know. But anyway, that is all the stories I got covered for today. There's a lot there to go through. So we're getting into Star Wars winter, and then I'm hoping a lot more content as we go further out into the High Republic in early 2021, the Bad Batch in mid 2021, Mando Season 3, which is going to be working under the title of Buccaneer, which is going to be coming in the fall of 2021, when they're going to start working on the Obi-Wan show here pretty soon, the Cassian Andor show here pretty soon. There's going to be whatever may be coming else from Star Wars and animation, which I think there's going to be a fair amount. There's going to be a lot to talk about. And I didn't want to end with showcasing this image right here. I found this on Reddit as well. This is just a fan art photo someone made of Ahsoka and a couple of the clones. You know, you got Rex right there, and you got one of her Ahsoka clones from the final Siege of Mandalore arc in that show, or in the Clone Wars, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I'll showcase some fan art here. I'll link to it in the video description so you guys can go and find the person who made it. That way they get credit. I want to make sure of that one. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this episode of Dueling Sabers, let me know down in the comment section. If you made it this far, go ahead and type Mando into the chat. I know a few of you will, and I appreciate that one. I like just kind of lumping it all together into one video for those of us who are diehard fans to talk about Star Wars. I want to geek out, and this allows me to geek out. I'm doing the Marvel one as well. That allows me to geek out. I'm not going to add in DC because that's like, I can't do 3 a day. I have other stuff I work on, like true crime and strange stuff and talk radio. I'm a busy dude, but this is something that I can do that I like, and I hope you guys like it too. So let me know. I'll talk to you all later. Have yourself a great day, and thanks for watching.